Good evening and welcome to Up South for a comprehensive look at all that happened in South India today. 3 different incidents in 3 different states of South India with a common thread running. And we are asking the question on Up South today, are we becoming an intolerant society? A man was thrashed by a gang in Mangalore when he was dropping one of his women colleagues home because the two belong to 2 different communities. Incidentally, this is the 56th such incident of its kind in communally sensitive Mangalore in Dakshin Kannada region of Karnataka. And attacks were carried out by fringe group elements from both communities in the past, and 6 people have been arrested. In another part of South India, in Kochi, permission has been denied by the police to a group which wanted to organize a hug stay on the 2nd of November at Marine Drive in Kochi. In fact, this was in protest against the activities of fringe groups in Kozhikode which had attacked a cafe earlier this month. And in fact, those interested were asked to be present with their spouse or lover. And in Andhra Pradesh, in Guntur, the Andhra Pradesh CID has arrested one person who is an activist with the YSR Congress for posting comments on Cyclone Hudhud and its victims on his Facebook page. Joining me on this broadcast are my colleagues Rohini Swami and Pratibha Raman from Bangalore. Ratnika Sharma joins me from Hyderabad. Also well-known Bangalorean and educationist Mohandas Pai from Bangalore, and also digital media expert Kiruba Shankar joins us from Chennai. To Rohini, to you first. Many would argue that the volunteer group in Kochi, which had called for organizing this hug stay in Kochi on the 2nd of November, perhaps went a bit too far. Indians and the Kerala society not really ready for this public display of affection.
Well, it seems so also, because a lot of activists who I've been speaking to also say that it could be a knee-jerk reaction to hold something of that sort, especially in a place like Kerala. Yes, if they want to really express themselves, yes, people have the freedom of expression, but they can do it in a way that a momentum is built and they can go. But at a hug day, specifically doing it on MG Road in Kerala, maybe India is not open to it, or for that matter, even the Kerala society is not. Yes, if they want to make a point, we have seen how the Pink Chaddi campaign has taken shape even when it started itself in Bangalore. It did gain its momentum across the country, right, but should be done in an organized way, and that is why the law enforcers also treading very carefully and not giving permission as of now.
Right. What's the reason, Rohini, they have given for not giving permission to this particular event on the 2nd of November?
Well, as of now, what they say is that the permissions need to be given because large groups of people will be coming. There's a specific way that permissions have to be sought from the police. That has not been done. And once that is done, they can take a look at it. They cannot call for something just based on the fact that they want to do it on November 2nd. Right. Because they will have, law and order will be an issue in that place.
Right. Pratibha, to you now, Mangalore and the Dakshin Kannada region has been known for being a communally sensitive area. We have seen many such incidents, the 56th incident of its kind this year itself. The fact that the police has not really been able to control it is definitely a cause for concern, is it not?
Well, Sudhi, the main point of contention with regards to what is happening in Mangalore is that the police say that most of these parents of the girl go to these groups and complain about what has happened, and the groups take law onto themselves and bring about some kind of action. And now the biggest question is, how is the police going to try and stop these parents? Back to you, Sudhi.
Right. Mohandas Pai, those 2 incidents coming from Kerala and from Mangalore, the question that we're asking on Up South today, are we becoming more and more of an intolerant society, both from those who are actually upholding the law as well as these fringe groups which are operating in many parts of India?
We are a large country of 125 crore people, and every society will have people with extremist views. I think it is not because society is becoming intolerant these things happen. It is because of law enforcement. You must enforce the law vigorously. There must be rule of law, and people who do this intimidation should be put in jail. If you are very weak and don't do that, people are going to become even more bold. So I won't say society has become less tolerant.
Right. Mr. Pai, stay on with us. Ratnika Sharma joins me from Hyderabad. Ratnika, this particular incident where a person posted something on Cyclone Hudhud and its victims on his Facebook page and thereafter was arrested by the Andhra Pradesh CID. Now, what's the message that the Andhra Pradesh government and the Andhra Pradesh police is actually trying to send out?
Well, today both the Andhra Pradesh government and the police find the comment extremely offensive. In fact, if I may show you, this is a screenshot of the comment of the Facebook page where the person had commented, and he, in fact, after the offensive comment, he goes on to say something like, "Paina leader ni chusi votes vestam kani local leader ni chusi kadu," which essentially, I mean, this comment the AP government found extremely offensive because, in a sense, it means that it serves the people of Visakhapatnam right for having chosen a BJP leader over a YSR Congress candidate, and that is unacceptable to the AP government because, and also for the people of Visakhapatnam, because not only have they lost their near and dear ones, they have also lost property. A lot of damage was done, and after Cyclone Hudhud, and it will take a long time for the people to actually rebuild their lives. So posting such kind of a comment is extremely insensitive, is what the AP government feels, and in fact they support the AP police's decision to arrest this, to go ahead and arrest this person, Sudhir.
But Ratnika, what is the AP government trying to do? Does it really think that it can police the social media, given the plethora of comments, many a times very abusive comments that many people get in the public space?
Well, Sudhir, in fact, a lot of leaders were getting the flack when the AP bifurcation was happening, and at that time also they were getting a lot of dirt. A lot of comments were being posted against them, and even though they do support the whole freedom of expression, the fact that political inclination, political aspersions are being cast over this, and this is being linked politically, is what is unacceptable to them.
Right, Ratnika Sharma there from Hyderabad. Mr. Mohandas Pai, you heard what Ratnika was talking about as far as those comments on Facebook were concerned. Now, are you comfortable with this kind of policing on social media, or do you think some kind of policing is required in that space as well?
I think the Supreme Court or High Court, as in a particular case, said very clearly that Section 66 of the IT Act should not be enforced in like manner. Guidelines have been issued. When Kapil Sibal was the law minister, I think the guidelines should be followed. If somebody says, "I love you, Hudud," and all that thing, I think is a very small, irreverent statement by a young man, and I think should be ignored. Police are certainly overreacting, and I think we should not allow them to police social media unless intelligence agencies find people are creating networks and doing something wrong. These are all innocent things, and police maybe should talk to people, warn them, and let them off, but not do anything else.
Right. Kiruba Shankar also joins us from Chennai. Mr. Shankar, now there are two ways of looking at it. One, that the Facebook post which this person from Guntur has posted, a college student who is also associated with a political party, that he has heard the sentiments of those who have lost their near and dear ones, also lost their property. Visakhapatnam will not be the same again. It's a post written on his Facebook page, which could have perhaps simply been ignored. Which one actually do you go with?
I quite didn't get the question right, but here's what my personal opinion. I mean, this guy is, nobody knows about him. He's just a youngster. He's voiced his opinion. But now, by putting a case against him and we're booking him, you just made this issue a lot bigger than what it deserves to be. Second point is that I think it's important for people to just express their thoughts. Some of it will be frank and honest, and it obviously will affect some other parties. But my belief is that I think social media is all about freedom of expression, and you should let people be.
Right. So in that sense, would you say that policing on social media platforms is necessary? You heard Mohandas Pai there. Now, given the fact that the nature of the comments on different forms of social media, Twitter or Facebook, are mostly very objectionable.
So here's my point. I think people, when they are given the trust and the freedom, most people use it effectively. They respect the system. It's only one of those very few people who kind of cross the line. So I think we should give a lot of impetus and focus on self-control. Policing is the last thing I think we should do. The essence of social media is the ability to tell what one thinks of clearly and openly. When you start putting a lens against it and start screening people, I think the entire essence of it will be lost, and it will be such a big shame.
Right. So, Mr. Shankar, what do you think is the message that has gone out by this action taken by the Andhra Pradesh CID, arresting this college student who has put up this Facebook post, which, depending on how you look at it, some may find it offensive, some may find it a bit silly. What is the message that has really gone out by this action by the police?
The message that goes out is that I think the people with power really don't get their lessons right. A similar incident happened in Bombay when 2 girls were arrested for a very innocuous comment on the death of a leader, and we know what kind of an issue that got created. And I don't see this as any different. And I think the guy, nobody would have known, but we made him a kind of like a martyr, like a hero. I think it just doesn't deserve the attention. And second, I think you should give the freedom and trust people on how they will use social media effectively and let them be. That would be my point.
Right. Kiruba Shankar, Rohini Swami, Pratibha Raman, Ratnika Sharma and Mohandas Pai, thanks a lot for joining us on this debate. When we are asking the question, are we really becoming an intolerant society, when those 3 incidents reported from 3 different states of South India on the same day? Thanks a lot for joining me on Up South. Now, the Karnataka government has said that the school management and the officials responsible for the illegal functioning of the school where a 3-year-old nursery student was raped will face the consequences. The big worry for parents is what happens to their children given the illegal status of this particular school in Bangalore.
The fate of at least 500 students now hangs in balance. We have with us the Education Minister, Mr. Kimmane Ratnakar. Sir, thank you so much for joining us. So what is going to be happening to the fate of at least 500 students? That's been the crucial question now.
So, actually, after the incident, we have verified everything. Legal actions we have already taken. We have taken criminal action also. I have directed our commissioner to take a criminal, to file the criminal complaint. He has filed. And one of the secretary has been to jail itself. Now I have ordered our officials, principal secretary and also the commissioner to take out the list throughout the state. Those who are running illegally, we wanted to take action against all of them.
What will happen to these students? The parents have been saying that let them at least continue until the end of this academic year.
They have also requested, they approached me also. Over the phone also they have contacted me. Personally today morning they have approached me. The only thing is if provision of law do not admit for it. As I have inquired, today also we will verify the matter. If there is any provision of law, if it do not alter wise, we will give permission up to 31st of March.
And if that does not work out, sir, then what will be the alternative?
Then they have to shift the child to neighboring schools.
Pratibha Raman is live with me. Pratibha, the Education Department was left with egg on its face given the fact that they discovered these illegalities only when the unfortunate incident of rape took place at this particular school in Bangalore. Now, are more checks being conducted in different schools in Bangalore and check their papers to avoid any more embarrassments?
Well, Sudeep, this has been a rude wake-up call for all these department officials, and now they've decided to crack the whip, and they've decided to go on a stringent drive to find out which are those schools that are running legally, which are those that are not running legally. All the BEOs, that is the block education officers, have been given stringent orders to find out which are those schools, make a list of them in their jurisdiction and make it available for the Education Minister. And that apart, this will also be made available. The first step is that they've made it available on the website of the Education Department so that parents as well as citizens of Bangalore as well as Karnataka are benefited by this. Sudeep.
Right. Pratibha Raman, thanks a lot for joining us there from Bangalore. Now, making railway stations Wi-Fi enabled was one of the promises made by the NDA government. And the Bangalore railway station, incidentally the parliamentary constituency of Union Railways Minister Sadanand Gowda, has become the first railway station in the country to be Wi-Fi enabled. Meanwhile, Chennai railway station waits for its turn to be inaugurated by the Railways Minister. Shisha Reddy reports from Chennai Central and Pratibha Raman from Bangalore railway station.
The Chennai Central Railway Station could have been the first to have Wi-Fi facility, but however, it's been inaugurated 1 month back but not put to use till today. It's been 1 month, and the passengers who are at the Chennai Central Railway Station are of course disappointed that it worked on the day of the inauguration when the Railway Minister Sadanand Gowda had come here, but now it's not in the working condition. And I'm now joined by Yogesh, who tried to use Wi-Fi in the railway station. What did you find?
Actually, they inaugurated 1 month back this, and you can see they are writing clearly that Wi-Fi is open, but there is no Wi-Fi. Actually, Wi-Fi is there, but that is locked. So me and my some friends tried to log in that, but there is no internet connection, right? So we are expecting that I have to actually search for trains, but there is no internet or Wi-Fi enabled in that this area or this train.
So that's a very clear message from the passengers who have been saying that though there is a clear board that Wi-Fi is enabled at the central railway station, but people are finding it hard to use it as it's locked and still in the testing process. Now let's go across to Pratibha Raman, who is at the Bangalore railway station, which is the first station to have the Wi-Fi facility.
We are here at the Bangalore railway station, and this being the tech capital, it was but natural for the railway station to boast of a Wi-Fi facility now, and most of them seem to be pretty happy with the service that has been launched here. Most of them with their smartphones here, trying to log on to Facebook, log on to WhatsApp and other such services. And in fact, I have with me some of the people who have come from the army camp. In fact, these people have been working for the military here, and they find it a big boon here. क्या आपको लगता है कि यहाँ पे ये वाईफाई सर्विस लॉन्च करने से बहुत फ़ायदा होगा?
फ़ायदा तो बहुत है, मतलब थोड़ा स्पीड होना चाहिए, नहीं तो स्पीड नहीं तो कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. बाकी आदमी तो बाकी इंटरनेट यूज़ करने से थोड़ा स्पीड रहने से सब काम हो जाएगा. तब इधर से और ट्रेन लेट रहने से तो टाइम पास भी हो सकता है आदमी, गरीबी आदमी के लिए. वाईफाई रहने से इधर है मतलब बहुत स्लो है, थोड़ा स्पीड होना चाहिए.
इस तरह का सर्विस होने से आपको लगता है कि आप पीएनआर स्टेटस जो हो या फेसबुक या व्हाट्सएप हो, इस तरह की इस्तेमाल करने से आपको बहुत फ़ायदा होगा?
फ़ायदा होगा. इधर थोड़ा रेंज हो गई तो अच्छा लगता है, थोड़ा स्पीड चाहिए.
The only drawback that they find here is the fact that the bandwidth is not so great, and because of which the internet speed is quite slow. But then it is a good start nevertheless, because for 25 rupees you get half an hour of service, and for 35 rupees you get 1 hour of service, but the first 30 minutes is absolutely free for all. With Srisha in Chennai, Pratibha Raman, Bangalore, headlines today.
So those passengers in Bangalore demand both the facility as well as good quality. That's it then on Up South this Wednesday evening news.